I'll figure out how to start this later. Is being productive important, do you think? Because I've been procrastinating in the last few weeks, and I'm trying to figure out to what extent I should hate myself. I guess I know it's bad to not be productive because I feel bad when I'm procrastinating and being lazy, and I feel wicked when I'm productive. My self-esteem skyrockets when I'm productive, probably to an unhealthy amount. Like, if I don't do anything all day, I'll be like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, I don't deserve to be alive. But if I do one productive thing, like tidy my room, I'll be like, I think I might be the best person ever. I've actually mugged off Gandhi with how good a person I am right now. What did Gandhi do? Peacefully remove the British from India. I've just peacefully folded up some clothes and emptied my bin of cum tissues. It's similar. In many ways, the British were a cum stain on the tissue that is India. That sounds bad on India, doesn't it, actually? If India's a tissue. Maybe not the best metaphor, because that's where you'd want to put your seed, really, innit? If you're being hygienic, that's how you should dispose of it, in a tissue. And it shouldn't be on India to soak up that stuff. It just shouldn't. Maybe India's like a really nice dressing gown, and it's like, don't be wiping your cum on the dressing gown, leave it off, Britain. Use something more disposable. Use the Isle of Wight. That's how it got its name, covered in jizz. I'm talking absolute nonsense right now. There's too much smut in this video already. This is why I'm procrastinating, because when I sit down to work, it's just filth. Gets too blue. But I haven't done one of these videos for a while, and I haven't been writing as much. And I feel like I was way more productive like a couple of months ago, and now I keep putting things off and making excuses. And I know it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things whether I'm writing any comedy. We live in a meaningless universe, probably. But it matters to me, you know? I have some excuses, like I had COVID-19 about a month ago. That was bad. It sort of knocked me out. I've had one jab, but still, I was still bare tired. And I basically just spent 2 weeks watching Futurama, which was good. Then shortly after COVID, I had constipation. Now, I don't know if it's related at all, because no one's been linking COVID and constipation, but I had constipation for like 10 solid days afterwards. I've been trying to improve my diet and everything. And can I really produce my best work when I'm constipated? I don't think I can. I need good gut health to do my best work. There's a lot of debate in society in the moment about privilege and who has access to the arts. Specifically, there's a lot of it with the arts. Because to do something like comedy, you need to kind of ply your trade for a few years without getting paid much or not earning very little. And so does that mean art's just left the middle classes who can afford to do that, who've maybe got parents that can support them, whereas the working classes are more just fighting to survive? And that's a valid point, but we're missing out just how much of an advantage it is to have good gut health. We're so wrapped up in this class war that we don't think about gut privilege. I bet Shakespeare had great gut health. I keep putting off things until tomorrow. A lot of procrastinators do that. It's like, okay, I'll start writing tomorrow, or whatever it is with you. I'll start working out tomorrow. I'll start applying for new jobs tomorrow. And then you just pass it on to the next tomorrow. And then eventually you die. That's not good. You end up just never doing the things you wanted to do in your life. Forget tomorrow, do it today. Stop making excuses. Oh, you didn't get a good night's sleep, so work through the tiredness. I'm not working today because my dad left when I was a kid and I'm sad about it. So what's that got to do with today? I can see why he left now. Oh, I can't do any work today because my kid's just been rushed to hospital. Not good enough, mate. Do some work on the way to the hospital. A lot of buses these days have Wi-Fi. Get your laptop out and start pinging out some emails. Keep it moving. You got to make things happen. You got to hustle constantly. I suppose maybe you can work too hard. We value being productive, but I guess it depends what you're being productive at. How do you know your productivity isn't leading to something bad? Like, I could be the most productive person in the world at hurling insults at people of Inuit lineage. That's not cool. That's a hate crime. We shouldn't praise that. We shouldn't be like, you know what, I'm not a fan of the political stance he's taken, but the way he organises his day is commendable. I wish I had that kind of discipline. It's just non-stop igloo bashing. The guy's a workhorse, you got to respect that. I don't want to be productive if I'm producing hatred. Hitler was productive. I, for one, wish he wasn't. I wish he stayed in bed a bit more. I wish he procrastinated. If Netflix was around in 1930s Germany, then that would have saved 20th century Europe a lot of hassle. A lot of hassle it quite frankly didn't need. People have a go at Netflix, but how many genocides is it preventing? So there's limits to being productive. Maybe procrastinating isn't the worst thing. I also find sometimes it's good to switch off and not always be working. Like sometimes I have some of my best ideas when I'm in the shower. Like I should wash my arse. What a great idea. I should rinse my balls. I wouldn't have thought of that if I was just sat at my desk, staring at a blank Word document. It's weird how certain scenarios can unleash your creativity. So whether it's good to be productive or not, and what's the best way to work, they're complicated questions, and I'm still figuring it all out. And I could wait longer until the answer emerges for me, but that feels like it would just be more procrastinating. So I'm going to end it here. Here's my video. It's not perfect, but it's done. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Do it now, don't put it off till later. See you next time.